It's summertime, or at least it's coming up. So if you and your student are looking for funding for summer term classes, I have some good news for you. While many scholarship deadlines are throughout the school year and the summer for the normal school year months, there are actually dollars out there available for summer term classes. So in today's video, I want to talk about why we should look for this money, where we can find this money, and I even give you some actual examples of scholarships that are available for summer term classes. Now make sure you hit subscribe because every week we have a new strategy for your family to work towards a debt-free degree. Hey there, my name is Jocelyn Pearson, founder of the Scholarship System, where we help families overwhelmed by the cost of college secure scholarships so that their students can graduate debt-free or at the very least drastically minimize their student debt. Now, our main weapon, our bread and butter, are scholarships. We've helped families secure over $15 million to date, so we know a lot about this topic. Just a quick note before I get into this, all scholarships, whether it's for summer term or for the normal school year, we have strategies on how to find them, especially the ones that are not on the big search engines. And those are the ones we really want to go after because they're smaller dollar, legitimate, which means less competition. So that said, I do have a free training that you can attend. Go to thescholarshipsystem.com/free webinar, or you can click on this video and check it out right after this video. You'll also find the link in the description, but check out that free webinar where I will cover exactly how to get started on scholarships. Now, let's dive into specifically scholarships for summer term. So why do we want to focus on scholarships for summer classes? Well, of course, this is money that we don't have to pay back. So scholarships are dollars that do not have to be paid back, like loans, which do, plus interest. Scholarships, it's other people's money that are helping pay for our students' education. And believe it or not, a lot of the money is often overlooked for the summer terms. So that could be a unique advantage. There could be less competition because a lot of students don't think of looking for scholarships for summer term. In fact, actually, I took a class over the summer and I paid cash for it. I didn't even. Miss Scholarship Girl did not even think of searching for scholarships for that specific class. So I am even one of the ones that have fallen for that. Second reason to do this is because there are rolling deadlines. So a lot of times there are scholarships for summer classes that actually have tighter deadlines, but they're rolling because we know that summer classes can be starting kind of at any time of the month or any time of the summer. It's not like fall semester and winter semester or spring semester where they typically begin within a couple of weeks of each other. Summer can really look any way that the schools want it to look. The other reason to do this is because actually doing this process, your student might uncover scholarships that are available for the fall semester as well, which if we need money for the summer, we probably need it for the fall. So this can kind of have a compounding effect, which is amazing. So let's talk about where we can find hidden summer scholarships. So first and foremost, our favorite, local organizations. So many local businesses, civic groups, community foundations, they offer funding for summer classes. We can find these maybe in local papers, community bulletins. We can even look at our city or our county plus the word community foundation and reach out to them, see if they have any money for the summer. High school counseling offices, of course. Local libraries might be another source. But looking local is a great place to begin this search. Second are employer-sponsored scholarships. So many employers these days are starting to offer funds for college because they know this is a major hindrance for families and it's a nice perk if you work for a company. So this could be not just if the student is employed by a company and whether they offer scholarships, like Chick-fil-A is one, but it could even be through the parents' employment or the guardian's employment. To find out more about this, I recommend contacting the HR departments if the organization has one. And if not, have your student reach out to the boss or the manager, whoever the nearest contact is that's kind of high up. You may be surprised. We've had a student do this and they actually created a scholarship for him, which was pretty amazing. Third, of course, we have online scholarship databases. We have our video of our top websites for the year, so you can find that here or linked in the description below. Fourth are state-specific resources. So, for example, North Carolina actually has money for residents through the College Foundation of North Carolina, so CFNC. Now, believe it or not, fifth might be federal funding. So we have an entire video all about summer classes and financial aid. So through FAFSA, students can possibly tap into some funding there. So I really recommend checking out that video as well, which we'll link to here and again in the description below. Now, last but not least, I do want to say that the university themselves may have some scholarship dollars available. So I'm going to give you just a few actual examples that fall within each of those categories. But the first one is through an actual university. So UC Santa Barbara, they have a summer savings program, and I'm sure they're not the only summer program that has money available through their actual institution. So we always want to look for money from the schools themselves for our normal school year, but our student can also do that for the summer term. Now, the cool thing about this is some students might be eligible for more than one scholarship for the summer quarter. So they do quarters. Another one is QuestBridge. So this is actually for programs at colleges during the summer. So it's a little bit different, but it does still offer scholarships. And then the third example we wanted to share are Pennsylvania Summer State Grant Program. So this is aimed at summer sessions as well. The online application begins around mid-March and ends mid-August. So this is throughout all of the summer for the current summer term. So how can we maximize summer scholarship success? First and foremost, we want to start early. Now, if you're watching this video and you need money for this summer, then I'm hoping that people find this also the following year a little bit earlier. But that said, the earlier, the better. Right away. If you're watching this, start today. And again, you can do that by watching our free webinar where we show you and your student how to do those searches. So go to thescholarshipsystem.com/free webinar for that. But the good thing about summer term is that there could be quarters, there could be multiple rolling classes beginning, there could be rolling deadlines for scholarship dollars. So there is a little bit of flexibility there. Second is to stay organized. And this is part of what we teach in the scholarship system, where we have 6 very simple steps to get scholarship dollars for college, but staying organized is a very important piece of this because otherwise we'll miss deadlines, we'll lose materials, we'll have to rewrite essays. We don't want any of that for our students. So staying organized is a huge strategy here. And one of the great ways to do that is actually with the Scholarship System app, which is free to anyone, not just our members. So if you go to thescholarshipsystem.com/app, you can learn more about that app to help you document any scholarships that you find for your student. If you're helping them or they find, you can share the same login and any kind of requirements that each one has, and it'll even alert you of the deadlines coming up. The next one would be to tailor applications specifically to the organizations that are offering them. And then we also want to make sure that any kind of requirements we are seeking out promptly. So if we need recommendation letters and it's for a deadline that's in the summer months, we want to reach out pretty far in advance because teachers, professors, a lot of them go on vacation for the summer, so they might not be working, so we need to give them a pretty big heads up. And lastly is utilizing school resources. Anyone that's still in session that can help with this, I highly recommend reaching out to as well. Now, comment below, is your student considering attending a summer term? If so, why? I'm curious, is it to get ahead? Is it because they fell behind? I would love to see the reasons that they used it. For me, I actually did a summer term because, not a summer term, but a class over the summer, because I found that it didn't really fit in my degree where I wanted it, and I wanted to study abroad. And so it was a general education credit. I had my school pre-approve it, and I took it through a community college back home since I didn't go to college in my hometown. So I did it at home over the summer that year. And by doing it through a community college, it was actually a third of the cost, if not a fourth of the cost at my big four-year school. All right, so that said, any scholarships are so valuable, but for summer term, there is money out there. So I hope that you and your student take advantage of this. Find it, reach out to the organizations that we mentioned, and make sure that your student is on top of it. The early bird gets the worm, but also the good news is that some money is on a rolling basis, so they can keep asking for it and applying. All right, make sure you hit subscribe because we have a ton of tips for you guys. And don't forget to attend that free webinar that I mentioned all about how to find legitimate scholarships with less competition at thescholarshipsystem.com/free webinar. All right, I'll see you in the next video.